There's almost nothing as frustrating as feeling stuck. And the reason this is very frustrating is because when you're stuck, many a time, you don't really want to be stuck. You want to move forward, but every step forward, you almost take 5 steps back and you're right where you were before, or even further than you were before. So many people don't really want to be stuck, but it's like their hands are tied. You want to move forward, but circumstances seem to say, no, you can't move forward, and you're constantly feeling stuck. So why do we feel stuck? Today, we're going to talk about why we usually get stuck and some of the things that we can do to kickstart our progress and hopefully get unstuck. One of the reasons we usually find ourselves stuck is identity. Albert Einstein says, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, you'll have that fish thinking it is stupid. Many times we feel stuck because we either don't know who we are or we've lost sight of who we are. We are trying to connect the dots, but this is just not who we are. And things are just stuck. You can't move forward. You're either moving backward or just stagnant. And as I say this, I want to emphasize that in contrast, many times as you step into a new season, as you take a new path, that beginning stage sometimes usually feels like you're stuck. And that's just how beginnings are, because you're pursuing something no one has pursued before. You're stepping out to lead where no one has led before, and you're bound to feel stuck because you're moving things that haven't moved before. You're challenging the status quo. I want to encourage you not to give up. Don't give in. Even though the weight feels heavy on your shoulders right now and you feel stuck, keep going. As the vision of your journey gets clearer, as the vision of where you're going gets clearer, so many people will join your team. People will join you to work with you, and over time, the journey will become lighter. One of the reasons we feel stuck is because we don't know who we are. Some of us are egos trying to cluck like chickens, and you can't fly if you do not know that you are an ego. So the first step, moving away from being stuck, is to rediscover and realign yourself to who you really are. The other reason we usually feel stuck is because of the environments that we are in. I've said this before, and we'll make sure to link the video in the description. You are like a seed that is planted. The kind of environment you are in will either enable you to sprout and grow or will kill you and you'll die. This is very interesting to speak about because many times we love the people around us and the people around us love us as well. But are they creating a conducive environment for you to grow, for you to pursue your goals and your vision, for you to become who God created you to be and more? You may love them, they may love you, but if they are not creating the good environment or a good environment for you to sprout, to grow, they are going to stifle you and you continue feeling stuck around them. Now, I'm not saying go ahead and cut people off and say this one is toxic and all those things. No, what I am saying is you are a seed. You need the right environment to grow, and you have a decision to make. What is more important, my growth or staying stuck in this environment? If you want to grow and progress away from being stuck, you're going to need to deliberately change your environment. One of the other reasons that we feel stuck is because of lack of vision. Many times when we set out to do certain things, we have a vision, we have something that we are seeing. But when we lose sight of that vision, we start to feel stuck. And I'm not talking about the vision that you'll write down and say, this is where I want to be at the end of the year, or this is what I want to achieve at the end of the year, even though that is good. I'm talking about the kind of vision that's in your heart, the kind of vision that keeps you awake at night. That vision is what will guide you away from being stuck. It's what will guide you through certain pitfalls, through certain hurdles, through certain hardships. When you lose sight of your vision, you'll basically be moving in darkness. You'll be moving without light, because that vision is what lights your path. That vision is what wakes you up at night. That vision is what guides your decisions. When you lose sight of your vision, where you want to be, where you want to go, and the future that you ultimately desire, you will most likely be stuck. One of the other reasons we feel stuck is because we are putting the cart before the horse. We are trying to fly before we can walk. And sometimes we undermine how important it is to actually learn how to walk. Because you see, you're going to fly, and as you flap your wings, you could fall down. And you need to land on your feet, but you didn't learn how to walk. And now you're stuck right back where you were before. Think about business, for example. You're building a product or you're building a brand that should give you money. Yes. But before the money should be certain foundations of relationships that you should build, of things that you should accomplish, things that when you have accomplished will be able to bring you millions and millions and millions of money. But one of the reasons you are stuck is because you're constantly chasing the money. And the money doesn't seem to come, because for the money to come, there should be certain foundational things you've built. And rather than sit down, build those foundational things slowly, yes, but build them. You're chasing the money. You're putting the cart before the horse, and you're constantly stuck. You take one step forward and 5 steps back. One of the other reasons we are constantly stuck is because we are biting more than we can chew. I'm a dreamer. I love to dream, and I have big dreams, but sometimes those big dreams can be overwhelming. And here is a trick that I've used, and I hope that you can use as well in your progression and in your journey to get unstuck. Rather than focus on the big goal and the big dream that you have, break it down into smaller goals and smaller dreams that you can achieve over time. Say you want to be somewhere by the end of the year, or you want to be somewhere by the end of the month. Where then would you want to be at the end of 1 week? Where then would you want to be at the end of 1 day? And pursue that small goal. Wake up today to focus on one specific thing that you should achieve that specific day. One little bite at a time. And the reason this is usually helpful in getting you unstuck is big dreams are sometimes overwhelming, and they cause you to feel like you're not making any progress. But when you take one small bite at a time, one small step at a time, one small goal at a time, you're able to progress and actually see your progress. You're able to celebrate your wins and do better and learn from your failures, because you're progressing day by day. You're able to evaluate yourself day by day. But focusing on your big dream, good as it might be one of the reasons you are stuck and overwhelmed. I'd initially intended to only share 5 reasons why we usually find ourselves stuck, but I'll share just one more: defense mechanisms. One of the reasons we are sometimes stuck where we are and not able to progress to where we want to be is because, in a way, we don't want to admit we want to be stuck. You see, the thing about being stuck is it shows that you've tried. You wear it, you can wear it as a badge that says, I did my best. It's not my fault. It's the society. It's the circumstances around me. It's so and so. It's everyone else, but it's never you. And the thing about being stuck is it makes you a victim. You can very easily wear the badge of a victim and throw pity parties and say, it's everyone else's fault. I tried my best. But it never gets you to take responsibility. If you're using being stuck as a defense mechanism to show the world that you did your best and there's nothing more you can do, you're selling yourself short. While I understand that circumstances may have caused you to be where you are, if you use those circumstances as leverage to continue staying where you are, you will never progress. I didn't come into the world to try and fail, and I hope you didn't either. If you want to win, if you want to progress to where you want to be, to the future that you desire, you can't be comfortable being stuck. It can't be okay that you are stuck. You should constantly be looking for ways to progress, to grow, to move from being stuck into being unstuck. I hope you've been able to learn something today. I hope you've gained some insight into why you may be stuck where you are, and hopefully how you can progress to your next level. Do let me know in the comments what you think about this. Have you been stuck before? What has been your highlight from the things that I've shared? And what will you do better going forward?